So, hey, do you want to be a content creator or do you want to create your blog, but you don't really have the energy to write things and you sure as hell don't want to spend any money to pay other people to write things? What if you could grab other people's content, transform it with the power of AI, and then auto populate your own content management system? It's actually kind of cool. With Ollama and Beautiful Soup 4, you can do it. So, this is a script I'm working on now for the next class. So, this is an Ars Technica article right here. Dry ice can make features on Mars that require water to form on Earth. And there's this whole long spiel on this particular topic, right? So what I've done is I have this little script over here. I'm importing the Ollama module. So again, Ollama Llama, better than Obama Bama. That's my #1 single. It is going to be on iTunes any day now. Anyways, I absolutely love Ollama. So Ollama allows us to run LLMs on our local system. The Ollama module here allows us to then interact with Ollama on our system. And we're also using Beautiful Soup. So what Beautiful Soup does, it allows us to go out, grab all of the information on a web page, turn it into text. Once it's into text, we turn it into a variable value, and then we can interact with that variable value just like a normal variable value, right? So we have this parse function right here. So basically response equals get the URL. So the URL that will get fed to it, we're going to get it there. Soup, basically we're going to be parsing that. Then we're going to grab all the p tags. So all the p tags is basically where the article is, and we're going to grab the title. We're going to go through this little loop here to actually turn all the p tags into one variable value that we'll be able to use, and then we're going to return the page title and the page text. Basically, then what we do down here is we are going to send to the ask function. We are going to send the all of the text from that particular web page, and then basically here we just have this nice little query or whatever. Please summarize the following text to less than 200 words, and then the query that comes in, we're going to be using Ollama. We're going to use Ollama 2 13b, and basically we're going to come back with that response, and then we're going to print that response out on the screen, right? LLM response, and then we're going to print the LLM response. So if I run this, I can do this. I can simply copy and paste in that URL. I can hit enter. We get the title because I'm not really tweaking with the title at this point. Again, if you're going to be truly trying to steal this kind of stuff, you can do that. But then look at this. Researchers have found that dry ice can shape the Martian landscape, challenging the long-held belief that only liquid water could form gullies on the red planet. The study led by blah, blah, blah. And as you can see, we have a nice little 200-word synopsis summary of that particular article. And this kind of thing will work on almost every web page. So it's basically a way you can go out, you can scrape people's URLs, you can get AI to rewrite their articles. And yes, this is what's going to kill the internet. I do not know if AI is an existential threat to humanity, and I highly doubt that it is. But I will tell you, it is an existential threat to the internet because basically, imagine before, right? In order to write a blog post, you would have to have somebody actually sit there and write a blog post. So you have these factories, right? You have entire warehouses and countries all around the world where these poor little bastards sit there and write these little articles for $5 a time, right? And think about how just ugly the internet has become because of that. Now imagine if one single person in the warehouse can essentially hit a button and basically, again, spit out thousands and thousands and thousands of these blog posts. So all you need with this is you add a little SQL backend, a little database backend. You add a little, front end using some kind of web app framework, and disaster will follow. And the interesting thing with this too is you'll notice I'm using a local LLM in order to do this. So it's not going to OpenAI. So it's bypassing any of those security policies. And the other thing with this too, using Beautiful Soup, right? If you try to feed an entire web page into something like OpenAI or other LLMs, they'll realize it's a web page, and then they might kick back on safety or copyright issues, right? If you only rip out the text, you leave the rest of the page, then a lot of the LLMs don't realize that you're basically ripping off somebody else's web page, and so it sails through the system. So anyways, there you go. Again, it might not be the death of humanity, but I would put a couple of dollars on it being the death of the internet. And so with this, we're using Beautiful Soup 4, we're using Ollama, and hopefully I don't know. I'm going to try and do a class on this probably tomorrow because I think this is actually a pretty cool thing. So anyways, if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. See y'all later.